How are you basing how much you get done in a day? Do you have to accomplish a lot? Do you have to finish a lot on your to-do list? Do you feel good when you've done a good job at work? What makes you feel good at the end of the day? A lot accomplished? We're going to discuss that in this episode. My name is Leslie Urbas. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer. And as you all know, a recovering selfless overachiever who is helping herself and others fully and wholly embrace herself. And today I have a really awesome guest. I was trying to figure out how this would play together, and it hit me because if we're basing our life's purpose on what we do, how much we get accomplished, how good of a worker we are, and our position at work, we could wind up many years later in our retirement phase of who are we really without this work? So today I'd like to introduce to you my guest, Milan. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So we have been talking now for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I know I can circle back and figure out how this works. I just can't figure it out yet. And you brought up this point of the moment that you retired, it was kind of like, okay, what now? Like, where's the life purpose? Tell me more about how, when you got to retirement, how it felt, some of the things you went through. I know for some of my listeners, they might be like, oh, I'm nowhere close to retirement. I'm 20 or 30. But how can this be affecting them now for the future? I'd love to hear more of your story.
I have been exactly the kind of man you have described. I have based my life's meaning on my job. It was my heart in my job. I like that. I was trying to make as much money as possible, to be as influential as possible, to deliver huge projects with good results. But I was thinking for a long time how it will be when I will not be able or willing to work that hard anymore. Will it be still worth damaging my relationships and damaging my health because of this very demanding and stressful projects? And when I retired, even when I was preparing for retirement, I must say it was not an easy task at all. It is a very complex transition. First, I decided to improve my health. I learned how to improve my relationships, which I both did. But still, the utmost question, my big why, my life purpose, what it will be for the next 20, 30 years. You can expect to spend 20 to 30 years in your retirement if you manage it well and if you have your why. It can be the best part of your life. And after reading many books, studying many webinars, after providing some coaching to other people, I discovered you have first find your new life purpose, not based on work anymore. And second, I have observed and seen that many people, even when they were successful in their previous jobs, find a new meaning in helping others. And it gradually became my case as well. I became a certified coach. I have written a book about retirement preparation on 4 basic pillars: financial, health, relationships, and finding new life purpose for retirement. I am preparing a course on this topic, and I am trying to help as many people as possible to prepare for their retirement in all these pillars in time, not delaying this preparation until it's too late. Start thinking about that, I would say, at your 40s, maybe 50s at the latest.
I love it. I've never really thought about it, in contemplating everything you have discussed here with me in the past little bit of time about all those things. My husband and I have recently just deep dived into financial planning, and we're going to do some estate planning, obviously, but all that's kind of really preparing for a little bit of retirement and death, really, in case you die, because we've got 2 small kids. But I never really thought about it in terms of all the other things, in terms of relationship and things like that. Me personally, because I work for myself, I don't really ever see a moment of retirement, just, might work less here or do things like that, just have different avenues of how I do things. So I love this. So really what you did when you got to retirement is kind of like, it's kind of like a screeching halt, like you slam on the brakes and you're not really exactly sure what's next. but you figured out you deep dived into it. Okay, how do I do this? How do I figure it out? And you wrote a book about it, about how people can analyze all these things and really should, you should be looking at it well far in advance kind of things. So where can they find the book for right now?
They can either go to my web pages to see basic information and buy the book through my web pages, or they can go directly to Amazon. I will send you a link later. The book is called Living Your Best Third Act, How to Be Healthy, Wealthy, and Happy in Your Retirement. Don't make the mistakes most people do. You can find it on Amazon, both as paperback and ebook.
That's awesome. Yeah, we will definitely put the link below here, so click it. I'm actually intrigued as well. I'm not in my 40s yet, but I see this, I have so many people who I help every single day, and it's so interesting that we're basing our self-worth on these pieces that really truthfully aren't our self-worth. We're worthy because we are, right? We learn that we're worthy because we are. It's reminding me of this book. I've got a friend who's writing a book too. I'm going to link his book below this too. That's just called it's like a transformation book about transforming your life. And one of the things he says is, what defines you, right? We tell people, okay, who am I? I'm Leslie. I'm a dietitian. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a mom to two. I'm a wife. I'm a whatever. But that's not really you. That's who we've accepted, right? What are you? I think, truthfully, your life purpose is just now discovered this right now, the third act. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I definitely want to put that link below. And when you have your course, please feel free to let me know and we can link that or have you back on the show. I think this would be helpful. I have quite a few people around retirement age that I think I might refer to that book as well. But any parting advice you'd like to leave with the audience right now?
Yes, probably I have some points. I would advise your listeners to first be aware that you are preparing for 20, 30, maybe 40 years of your life in the third act. You should have the moment of retirement well calculated. You should realize that retirement isn't just about money. You should be thinking about suitable housing for retirement, mobility solution. To what extent do you want to contribute to the financial security of your children? Increase your qualifications in retirement preparation. Define what measure of physical, mental, social, lifestyle, and financial fitness would you like to have in your retirement years? And what are you doing about it today? Take special care of yourself as no one else will. You are responsible for your health. Your doctors, your hospital, your health insurance policy, none of them can do even 100th as much as you can. Choose what information to let in. Choose the people around you. Continuous learning and network building. Create a more complete plan. Have a vision, discipline, and consistency. Read, have a coach. Learn to make short-term sacrifices to long-term benefits. Create new habits. There's a saying, daily habits create destiny. You are responsible. You can choose to change your mind. You can decide to change your approach. My book and coaching should help. Some quotes. Bill Gates, people overestimate what they can do in a year, but tend to underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. And last, Michael J. Kami, those who do not think about the future cannot have one.
I love it. And that's the best way to end it. Those who do not think about the future cannot have one. There you have it. I love to end there. So, of course, his book is linked underneath. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a fit and fabulous day. Thank you so much today for your time. I really appreciate you being on.
Thank you for listening.